everyone! Today for art class, you are going to follow along with this video and we're going to do 3 value scales together. Hatching, cross-hatching, and scumbling. Eventually we'll do the blending value scale, but we'll save that for another day. Feel free to pause this video when needed, and for this assignment, you'll need a sketchbook, a pencil, and an eraser. Good luck! The first one we're going to do is hatching. Hatching is created by using parallel lines. Hatch lines should be drawn lightly and closely together. It doesn't matter which direction they go as long as they are parallel and go in the same direction. So, I'm going to start with the lightest value and barely touch the paper with my pencil. Keep your pencil marks very light. You should barely be able to see these lines. Please take your time and do not rush the process. If you go too dark, you can always use your eraser to lighten up the lines. As we move on to the next box, I'm going to increase the pressure of my pencil on the paper, but try not to go too dark at first. Remember, you can always go back and darken your lines if you need to. These values are next door neighbors, and the value shift should be gradual. So you're going to keep going with this pattern until you reach the very end. Notice I'm taking my time and keeping my lines within the value boxes that I drew. As I'm working, I'm squinting my eyes and trying to evaluate if my shift of value is gradual or a big jump. And as you can see, sometimes I go back and add lines to darken the value if initially it was too light. And the final box should be as dark as you can get it. The lines should be very close together, and you should press fairly hard with your pencil to get a dark mark. If you need to use an eraser to lighten up an area, make sure you erase in the direction of your hatch lines. All right, and I feel good about that. I consider this one done. Our next value scale will be cross-hatching. And remember, cross-hatching is an extension of hatching, except the lines cross each other. We will begin with our lightest value. Again, barely touch the paper with your pencil. Notice, to get a light mark, I'm holding my pencil parallel to the desk. This helps me be light with my lines. As you move on to the next box, remember you are creating a value scale and each box is a next door neighbor. The shift of value should be gradual. Take your time, stay within the boxes, keep your lines close to each other and parallel to each other, and then crisscross. You are going to keep with this pattern until you reach the very end. The more lines cross each other, the darker your value becomes. And as you go darker, increase the pressure with your pencil. The final box should be as dark as you can go. Your lines should be so close together that the white pretty much disappears. You should be pressing fairly hard with your pencil too. You might have to layer and overlap multiple times, but remember, keep those lines parallel and crisscross. Okay, so I'm getting pretty close here. Now, I'm going to check my value scales with each other, and the values should be pretty similar. Squint your eyes and see what can be darker, and you might need to go and add some more lines to your hatch value or cross hatch, but they should be consistent. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that, so I'm going to call it done. You are going to love this next one, scumbling. Scumbling is essentially a fancy word for scribbling, and you will use this technique to create value. So again, start light and gradually increase pressure as you move from box to box. Be random and loose with your scribbles. There's really no wrong way to do this. As you near the end of your value scale, make your scumble marks closer together and press hard with your pencil to see how dark you can get it. And you can see my last box is going to be a lot darker than the other ones. So, yeah, look at how much darker. That means I need to darken up the other ones now. But no problem. It might take a little bit of back and forth before you get it, and that's okay. Just squint your eyes, take your time, have fun with it. If you need to lighten up some areas, use your eraser. And make sure you erase in a circular motion. Okay, so I think this one is done. All right, and here is one final image of our hatch value scale, cross hatch value scale, and scumbling value scale. We will save blending for another day. Thanks for watching.